Hi friends. Okay, I am going to go over a dog's stress response in real time. We have a video of a small dog who had he displays a lot of general anxiety with people. He had an incident. We are working toward this dog feeling comfortable with this person so that they can go outside. I am not in the room. I've just received this video, and so I'm just going to walk through some body language and interpret what we see. To the right is the dog's stress response. You see a gradual increase from the flight all the way to the fight. So with respect to stress, the individual, it could be a person, a dog, cat, is displaying behaviors that are connected to how they're feeling internally. So if they're nervous and afraid, they may either flee or fight. It depends on what they learned. It depends on what works for them. It depends on their personality. So in the middle is the fidget and freeze. We consider that oscillations between fight and flight, where the individual is nervous. They're not able to make a decision, and so they either fawn, which we see this with humans, and they make nice to someone that they feel threatened with just to get that person to move away. Dogs will exhibit excited behavior. It can also be construed as a happy dog when in fact the dog is nervous. So they'll fidget, lick their paws. We see a lot of lip licking, low levels. These are low level stress signals, right? Cowering. In what the individual here, the human's trying to do is they're trying to apply cooperative care. They're using a shaping technique, small approximations of a behavior, right? So they're trying to make some associations with a word, and then the action would be the touch. So it's up to the human to know whether they're moving too fast, right? If they're pushing too fast, what's the threshold? What is the threshold for the dog? When we talk about threshold, we can apply it to moving closer, our proximity. We could apply it to our hand moving closer. Does that cause the dog to back off? Then that would tell us that we're pressuring the dog too much. How does the dog respond? And so we take our cue from the dog. So I'm going to start the video. We're going to look at the dog. We're looking at the dog's body language, right? So we see initially a lot of lip licks. His body language is tight. He's closed. He's not moving. I'm going to stop it right there. So that we saw is some appeasement licking. See that lick in the front? Lick in the front. We want to, when we're interpreting a dog, we're looking at all of the behaviors to make a decision. And here, I would say we're seeing a lot of low-level stress. We are seeing conflicted behavior. We're seeing the appeasement, lick. It looks like a serpent almost, that little front lick. But then the wide lip licks are also stress. So there's that. We're looking at the ear carriage, the eyes. When we see the white of the eye and any stiffness, that would cause me concern too. He's also tucking his head down. So we see a lot of this. We're seeing this, right? We're seeing a lot of, there's some, moving his head down. Even though he's taking the food, that doesn't mean, that is good that he's taking the food, because that tells us that his autonomic system isn't shut down completely. He's not in full-fledged fear, but it could be coercion, right? but see all this, the eye, the white of the eye. Now there, here we go. I want you to take note to at his muzzle. The front of his muzzle, it lifts up. I want you to look at it. So look at it. And his eyes stiff. Right there, right there. See? So he's displaying his teeth. I don't feel comfortable. So he's feeling conflicted. He's feeling conflicted. A couple things we can do. We can obviously back off. We can throw some food and motivate him to jump off the couch and then expel his energy, expend it, right? So that's always important. We don't want him to hold on to the energy like a percolator and then erupt, right? We could ask him to do something. We could work him. Look at me. Yes, good boy. Throw a treat. We could play the retreat game. We could sit in a chair and read a book and then just toss some food. So again, we're making some positive associations. We're trying to link positive associations with a perceived threat here. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to allow him, again, agency when the individual is takes it upon themselves, make a decision. I want to approach this person. Then that's different. That's gonna actually help shift their emotions, and that's what we're trying to do with a lot of these therapies. But here, even though he takes the food, he hasn't bitten her. We don't want to wait for that bite to happen because he is forewarning, I'm not feeling comfortable. Okay, so. I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me, Vivian at dogbehaviorandconsulting.com. Thank you. Bye-bye.